Hello, my name is Mary Copeland and welcome to The Road Ahead. Through a series of guests, we're going to help you navigate your own road ahead as you age. We will help you and your aging parents prepare for your journey. Let's face it, nobody wants to find themselves in a crisis mode simply because they did not have access to information well in advance. As the publisher of Compass and Clock, we are going to help you achieve your best future. Today, my guest is Teri Tennyson. Teri is a senior real estate specialist with Kitsap Seniors Real Estate. The acronym for that is SRES. Teri has over 30 plus years combined experience in real estate, construction, and geriatric services. She is completely dedicated and diligent, and she always takes the time for each client's specific needs and transition. Teri, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mary. It's good to be here.
Yeah, I'm so glad you had some time to talk with us today because, as you know, today is May 1st and we are still in COVID-19 mode. And I would love for you and I to talk about how do real estate transactions and that whole process take place during this type of healthcare crisis. So can you start off by briefly telling our viewers about the planning process, which is the first step in a real estate transaction?
Sure. The fundamentals of real estate remain strong, even with these challenges. As brokers, we are problem solvers. So this is just yet another problem to solve. And we are fortunate to have technology that helps. And in that planning process, I can determine on the telephone with clients what the best process to take would be, even to begin a dialogue. Are they tech savvy? Do they have computers? Are we able to have a virtual meeting, something similar to what we're doing now? If they don't have the ability to do that, we can do much of what we need to do by the phone or meeting with them in their home, and that would be myself and one of them at a time. That's one of the big changes, that only two parties can be, even with the 6 feet distancing, we cannot have more than two parties together at one time. So in my planning process, which is really going to cover their transition and a transaction, that a lot of time is spent in that planning. But now it just has to take place with a little different process. And again, with that distancing and safety, they are welcome to wear masks. I will wear a mask. And we're going to observe all of those safety measures.
Okay. So when a seller lists their property, what does the work look like now as it pertains to all the professionals involved, the brokers, the homeowners, the other professionals like construction workers or appraisers, etc.? How does that work? Is it pretty similar to what you just described?
That is a changing mechanism daily. I make sure that I'm on top of what is happening in the industry with all the affiliates, because we do work with appraisers, we work with photographers, stagers, movers, inspectors. And so all of those pieces have been changing. So part of my job is to make sure that I'm up on the latest restrictions or modifications. One of the challenges is preparing the home and finding, where do we take all of these goods that maybe we're ready to get rid of? And so it's challenging, but it's all possible. And the challenge is really on my end, and my job is to minimize the impact on the client. So all of these things are continuing to be possible. It's just taking longer and with more precaution.
Okay. So in the current environment, what marketing is being utilized to allow the potential buyers to view the home and property without physically going there possibly?
Well, one of the, and we've always recommended this, I always recommend that buyers visit a neighborhood and do drive-bys, so they can continue to do that. drive in one direction, drive out another, drive there different times of the day or in the evenings to see different activities that might be happening, which will be a little different now with people being at home more, but you'll get a sense of the neighborhood. So that's again recommended. But as far as actual showings, that's where technology comes in. I've always used videos, exterior videos, drone videos. That's very helpful. And those can be sent out, they can be target market or to a mass audience. And the other factor that we're really using more now is interior videos and then sharing those on social marketing or to individual buyers that may call about a listing. So technology has really become our friend, even more than in the past. But as brokers, we use technology and have for quite some time, but now we're utilizing that even more.
And realtors in general, like yourself, well, realtors like yourself have taken advantage and used this technology already, but other realtors that weren't using it and spending the extra money, the investment for it, are now using it so that potential buyers can really see a home. And,
That's correct.
and speaking about a home, can showings actually take place presently? Can you take a potential buyer to see a home?
Yes, and there's actually been an uptick of buyers in the past couple of weeks. I think that at the beginning, there was a very slight slowdown in showings, but it was not significant either. I think some buyers felt like that was an opportunity to maybe not compete. And so the very serious buyers have remained in the marketplace. Now that we're heading into spring and we've been in COVID-19 for a period of time, uh, I think that people are definitely observing the distancing and being respectful of all of that, but also continuing to find a way to meet their housing needs. And so showings are happening. They are mandatorily by appointment only.
Mhm.
And if I meet a couple at a property to show them, they absolutely have to be pre-approved. We always wanted that before, but now that is very strict. It's not a time for buyers to be shopping just for leisure. It's a time to be serious about whether you're buying. And so I can meet someone at a property if it's a couple or more than two people, only myself and one person at a time in the home. Uh, Listings, it's recommended that all of the interior doors, cabinets, light switches, anything that's a touch point would be already opened in advance so that we don't have to touch anything in the home.
Okay.
And again, we observe the 6-foot distancing. So I would show one party, come back out, show the next person. And so no more than 2 at a time in the home.
Okay. Um, my last question for you are, how are the lenders working with the potential buyers right now? Are they able to close transactions?
Closings are, again, as before, 45 days or less is the traditional timeline, and we've kept that. The title and escrow companies have done a really wonderful job here locally. I specifically work with land title, and they have protocols in place where they have full shields that they wear to protect not only themselves, but their clients. The lobbies are closed. It's a one-time use on the pens, and everything is sanitized in between clients. They're called in when it's appropriate for them to come in for their signing. Couples can sign together at title and escrow. Their policy is they can be together, but there's still the 6-foot distancing from the escrow officer. So closings are going quite well, and everything has been managed quite well considering what we're all dealing with.
I have to say we are an adaptable bunch.
Yeah.
We're almost out of time because we do try to keep these Zoom Road Ahead interviews to approximately 10 minutes. So do you have any parting words that you would like to share with our viewers today, Teri?
Just that I'm optimistic that the housing market will remain strong. People's housing needs are always there. Uh, the rates are great and our inventory continues to be low. If somebody is even considering selling or buying and they just even want to talk about what that would look like, I'm happy to do a consultation by phone or by video anytime. And really everyone's safety and well-being is primary.
Thank you, Terry. And to you, our viewers, Terry Tennyson is with Kitsap Seniors Real Estate, and she is also a broker at Sterling Property Group in Silverdale. She has been in the industry for over 30 years, like I said, and she has a heart of gold. She definitely loves working with our seniors too. So for today, Terry, thank you. And everybody, stay safe and stay healthy, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.